This is my sketchbook. It's from Royal Talens art creation sketchbook. I chose blue. This is the sketchbook that I used during 2022 and 2023. This is the information about this sketchbook. If you are curious. Yes, so let's get started, shall we? First page, I wrote down some of my information, so I'm sticking the paper, and I tend to forget the metric system and imperial measurement system, so I wrote it down. And the next page, I wrote down some of my things that I want to do in this sketchbook. And after I finished this sketchbook, I wrote down what I actually did, and then I kept this next page empty so I can come back and then do some drawing, but I never did. So what I wanted to do was get better at perspective, life drawing, draw more from life, drawing from imagination, and practice figure drawing more often, practice hands, legs, and toes, because I'm bad at it. And I think I marked a circle what I did, and the things I didn't do, I closed it. And what I actually did was practice perspective, drew many faces, visual journals, and so on. Yeah, I think I did some figure drawing. And next page, I started to practicing perspective. And this left page is me practicing perspective without any Norwegians, so looks really bad. But I think I tried, And next page, I decided to do some more perspective and more like properly. Yeah, so I did some one point perspective in a box and a 1 point perspective in cylinder. Then I learned a 2 point perspective, how to draw in 2 point perspective, and then 3 point perspective, and then 5 point perspective, the fish islands perspective, I guess. Next page, this is more like an illustrated journal. My partner was having a trouble with his computer, so we were fixing the computer. And the next page, I drew some objects that were on the table. Next page, I drew the balcony in a house in perspective. And then this is more like a comic panel style illustrated journal, I think. Right side, I took a photo and then I drew from the photo. This is more like a preliminary sketch, and then the next page is more like illustrated journal. I drew this page from life. This is our living room, and then a little kitty cat. Now this page and next page is I was having trouble with the pen. It's not coming the ink is not coming up properly, so it's just lighting, scribbling. I did some drawings, I guess, some cone shape. And this page is more like illustrated journal, like 3 things in my view. This is my partner and his friends playing some board game. And then I watched the Sandman, so I drew some Sandman characters. And the next page I did some perspective practice and then some notes. And then I drew Lilu from Fifth Element, and I didn't like it, so I started the 100 head challenge. First, I started with the pencil. Next page I did with the pen, and it didn't really like it. Didn't go so well. This one I liked, and this one it didn't go so well. I did some more of her, but it didn't go so well either. The next page I changed up and then switched it to the multicolor pencil. I quite like these sketches. I like this one the best, or yeah. Next I went back to the pen sketches. I think I did some pencil sketch and then started to use the pen, I think. The next page is still 100 head challenge. I think I started to use this brush pen that I fill with my ink. I tried this one many times, but it didn't go so well. This is also 100 heads challenge. This blue one looks very nice, but this one doesn't look so great. I did some map because I was kind of anxious going out where I really don't know about. This one I experimented with the black paper with white pencil and white pen with a white watercolor. It didn't go so well, I think. And more 100 heads on the right one. Did it so many times it didn't go so well, but finally I managed to do it. I used this brush pen, the one you fill with water usually, but I decided to fill with ink. This is the pen I use for the pen sketches. And then next, a little bit of illustrated journal from photo. And then back to 100 heads, sketching with pen. I'm not quite sure if I sketched first with the pencil. It doesn't look like I did. So straight with the pencil. It's really hard. Next is the 100 heads, and I went back to pencil. I really like using pencil. This is watercolor and ink. And let me see the back. There's something in the back. Here he is. A little bit like a more loose style. And then I like this one very much. One of the best, I think, in my opinion. I think the color combo is very nice, and then this loose style is nice. And I did some sketch from photo. And this one, the dog I sketched, he died on this day. And I was really sad. because I used to babysit him. I had so many photos of him. So yeah, I sketched a lot to, deal with my emotion, I guess. This one is more, I sketched my living room and the bridge of first or fourth. I don't know the name, but the bridge from England or Scotland. Next, 100 heads. I like her the most in this page. Which one do you like? And next page, preliminary sketch. And I decided to practice more perspective, but I started somehow storyboard type of perspective. This is like a beginning of the Wednesday. And I watched The Edge of Tomorrow. So I drew Emily Blunt. She's very beautiful. And I sketched human in perspective, but it was still difficult. Some more preliminary sketches and some notes. And then I decided to practice some foot or feet, like a drawing feet. It looks really nice on this page. And then I drew the West Side Story characters. I think this is the new one, new West Side Story. First I drew her first, and then I went on him, then her. It's kind of like it. The first one looks really bad, but it looks better when I drew more, I think. This is my desk sketch. There's so many clutters, but I really loved drawing in a perspective. I think I sketched pencil first, then I did the loose sketching with the pen. This page, I was about to travel to some other country, and I was really nervous and anxious about it, so I just drew. On this page, I drew some object I would like to upgrade, or I would, change. And also I learned how to price artwork in YouTube, I guess. And then more 100 heads challenge. I like this one the most in this page, but I think he looks the best during this 100 head challenge. And this page is about the sketching with Sketching Scotty from YouTube. And then I did some perspective, like landscape drawing, sketch, and more 100 heads. This is like a view from Windows Swap, I think. And then this is more like illustrated journal. I've ordered things from AliExpress for the first time, and then took like a month to get those stuff. And then some notes, and the more 100 heads challenge. I found her Miss Alice Kim on Instagram, and then I think I drew this picture from her Instagram photo. I'm not quite sure, maybe YouTube, which I don't really remember which one. And I went sketching more people. This is the page I was kind of planning about. My handmade sketchbook, watercolor sketchbook. I was planning to make this one, but I never did. And then sketching from game, like you know, the World of Warcraft brawlers. And 2023 is the rabbit year, so I drew some rabbit and hair, and then decide to do some figure drawing of hand and practice more hands. After I've done the drawings, I decide to look back and then which one is not good and which one is okay. And then it turns out my weakness is folded fingers and foreshortening. This is more people drawing, I guess, like a whole body figure drawing. And this one I watched Eleanor Doughty YouTube, and I draw with her. And then there was 1 week 100 people 2023 activity, so I decided to join and then did some 100 people drawings. I started with like some people dancing. I thought it would be quite interesting to draw people on the move, but normally I can draw people on the move. Next page, I decided to do some martial art drawing, like a figure drawing, and winter sports figure drawing. And then next page is camping, I think. This page is about camping, and then just figure drawing, I guess. Next page is about more like a gesture drawing, like a quickly capture this body shape type of practice. And then this is the last page of my 100 people challenge. I didn't reach 100 people, but I think it's okay. And then I did some sketch of what I saw in this page. Next page, just a note. And I watched the Django, was it the movie name? And then I went on this 100 head challenge, and I realized drawing face from front side is so difficult. You know, the slight difference of this eye height makes drawing so bad. And then I did some preliminary sketch of my new other sketchbook that I wanted to use for travel. And this is the 100 heads challenge still. This one I used a kind of different method. This brush pen, and this one, the one it comes from the watercolor pocket size pen. So I scratched with the watercolor and did some brush. Use some brush after to smudge the watercolor, I guess. So it's watercolor and inks. These 4 of them. In chronological order, I did this one, and then this one, and then this one, and this one is the last one I did, I think. And then some sketch from photo that I took in during the travel, and some messy sketch and notes. I learned about some composition. It says like a Kyle Buckland, and this pen go through the other side of the page, so I decided to quickly lose a sketch of my living room. So yeah, this is my living room view. And then some more preliminary sketch, loose sketch, And there was this Eurovision 2023, and from the Finland. I can't really pronounce his name, but they had like a very interesting expression on their faces, so I kind of wanted to draw them, and their like a dancing position or posing is very interesting. So yeah, I tried to do some facial expression, but it's kind of so small, so it was a little bit difficult. And then more notes and some loose sketch or perspective sketch. And then 100 heads challenge again. This time a pencil. I used pencil. On the left there's like a dog, and that's the dog I sometimes babysit. So he's nothing to do with 100 head challenge, but yeah. I think it went okay. And then next page, some perspective drawing, architecture drawing, it's not called landscape drawing, I think. I still have hard time to draw architecture. And next page I drew some cuttlefish and some cat sketch, quick loose cat sketch. I kept this page empty just in case I wanna scan this page. And then sketch in my living room, some cat sketches, and I kept this page empty because I wanted to scan it. And I watched this Trojan horse YouTube. They are introducing people who sketches a lot and then do some sketchbook tour, I guess. So I decided to sketch while I was watching their YouTube channel or YouTube videos, and did some memo, also some sketching and notes. This is a cat from neighbor. Sometimes she visited us, and this guy is from 100 Head Challenge. And this is left page. This is from 100 Head Challenge with watercolor. It took some time, but I think I like it. And the right page, I sketched Lady Dimitrieva from Resident Evil 8. She has really interesting facial expression and an interesting clothes to sketch, so yeah, that's why. And the Wednesday, excuse the thing, please. Sorry, you're not supposed to do that, okay? And some sketches from photo. This is watercolor. And then I watched Game of Thrones for second time, so I started to sketch the characters and more. I really love them, most of them, you know. The old people or aged people was kind of difficult to draw. And then I drew some, Targaryen side character, but it didn't go so well. And this is the sketch, preliminary sketch, more like, I think, yeah. And this is a sketch from photo. We were playing a PSP in 2023 midsummer. Yep. And then this is also sketch from photo. We traveled to Japan in April. And right side of the page is just a scribble. and left side is more preliminary sketch but more detailed. And this dog I babysit for a week, so I sort of missed her after I finished babysitting, so I drew her. This is acrylic gouache, some elephant drawing, I guess, and more of her drawing. I sketched this one first with a multiple color pencil and then watercolor. Yeah, this one is multiple color pencil. Multiple color pencil? Yes, 2024. It's a dragon year, so I drew some dragon. And this is a sketch from photo, and then I couldn't sketch right this photo, so I practiced, or I did it so many times. I drew and painted this photo so many times. Capybara drawing, some more drawing, more like a specific part of the drawing. I tried watercolor and then a white pen line sketches, and then some notes and perspective drawing, I guess. And the right side of the page is more like an illustrated journal. It was nearly Christmas, so I drew some gnome and some notes and some sketch from photo on the right side. I like this sketch, I think. And then sketch from pencil sketch of David Gandhi. He was on the portrait artist of the year, so I wanted to draw him too. And then more sketch from photo, and then sketch from my view, and more notes, and sketch of bird, and doodles. And this page I practiced some figure drawing and perspective. Couldn't do it right in the beginning, so I kept practicing and then did this page. I think it went well. And this page is also a sketch from photo, watercolor. And right side I took this photo when I went to Japan and drew it. And this page I watched the Level Moon part 1. So I drew some cactus and a goose. This is the last page of this sketchbook. Thank you for watching.